You're listening to Party Nerds Weekly.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome everybody to another episode of Party Nerds Podcast. I'm not sure what type of day it is, but there's special announcements going down today because this is a news-filled day here in the MCU. Good God Almighty, because
warhead, bro.
Literally, well, not to say that we didn't see this coming. And look, Jonathan Majors, let's just put it out there. The Kang that we thought was going to be the echelon of what we were going to see out of phase 4, 5, and beyond, whether it was going to be Kang Dynasty, whether it was going to be Secret Wars, our hopes and dreams upon his introduction as Kang literally just rode on hope. Albert, good to see you. E. Bradley, good to see you. Look, I feel you. Because
I don't know what to do with my hands.
the one thing that I could say, it's just crazy to think, and I didn't want to talk about this because there's a lot of podcasts that were out there that treated this as tabloid news, and the last thing we want to do is just like start building into the rapport of like doing case reports like we're the fucking people's court, rather than actually talking about the comics. But the implications of this have now affected what we're going to see moving forward within the MCU. That's just, it is what it is. So and we talked about it before, because we talked about it with Loki season 2. If there was a way for them to write Kang out, did they already do it? And the implications after Loki season 2 were the fact that, in Ant-Man Quantumanium, you know, the Kang that we all knew was sucked into a void, maybe into a smaller void outside of the quantum realm, probably in some type of smaller dimension that we all have no knowledge of, or Victor Timely just being completely sucked away. Nobody threw the TVA book in his window anymore, and he just grows up as a lowly candle maker. And pretty much there is no Kangs. The other variants that are pretty much running around are being harnessed and pruned by the TVA. How are you feeling about this news? Because Jonathan Majors, man, the news of him, just him as an actor, Nadia, you have to be gutted about this, because
I'm stressed.
I mean, it sucks. It sucks for the people involved in this, the victims in this case, and everything like that. Like, I don't even want to touch on that. The fact that we saw what we saw of him outside of whoever he was in his personal life as an accomplished actor, like somebody that was literally on the pantheon. He was about to be on the pedestal. Like, it was like, all right, Denzel, you want to make some room, homie gonna stand next to you. Like that type of shit. Last Black Man in San Francisco, Creed, this Lovecraft Country, like everything that he was in, like not that he was like hitting home runs, but the brother was hitting, like he was hitting for average. He was 4 for 4.
Hits after hits, classic
hits after hits. So
Devotion. I forgot about
his
Devotion.
acting proved that, like, yo, this dude's gonna be special. When he really gets going, he's gonna be really fucking special. But now he's going to be the Leonardo DiCaprio of Tubi.
You keep saying this.
I am saying this.
You keep saying this.
Hold on, I got something for this.
You keep saying it.
No. You ain't got to say that. No. Because look, you know how studios are going to feel. Do we? Look, I'm old enough to remember a certain period of time where Robert Downey Jr. went to jail at least 6 times and couldn't get a job because of all these fucking cocaine charges, and nobody would get him a role until Iron Man.
What? Wait. How did he get the role for Iron Man?
The fucking audition for it, like anybody else. Yeah.
So,
Nate Parker. Man, where he been? God, that's another one. Yeah.
So you're saying there's a possibility he could be on a comeback tour, is what you're stating.
That's what going to happen now. It's not going to happen for the next 5. Oh, well, whoa.
Oh,
yo, what's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? If there was a such thing as CP time to talk about it, just lost the child.
Light skin music.
What's up?
Look, if there, look,
Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me.
Oh,
I
man.
applaud y'all for that.
No, you look like you're in a cell, bro.
Yeah.
Contraband.
Like, do I gotta feed you meals through that hole?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know, right? Look.
Pump the air in the chair. Bring
That's
it back up. You know what I'm saying?
That's
the
the
level.
level. That's my 5 and 3-year-old.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
What we were talking about is the brother that just lost his job.
Yeah, that's crazy. Niggas lost his job on his day off. That's crazy.
No.
On his day off, this nigga lost his job, bro. That's crazy.
Day off.
On his day off.
Oh my God! Look, she said you look like you in a cell.
I am. I'm gonna need bail. That rhymes. Now go to hell.
like those episodes of Damon Wayans and The Living Colors. See the inclination of the brothers that is simplifying themselves, the inside of the cell themselves. If you don't see yourself, my brother, you won't understand what is amongst the medulla oblongata of the situation.
My bacon's smelling fine.
but the subtleties. I mean, even though it looks like you in a cell, Jonathan might be in one.
Yo, for real. Yo, it's crazy, yo, because he kept proclaiming his innocence, and at the end of the day, this motherfucker's guilty. So
the release of that footage of him running like fucking Usain Bolt down the street, getting
he was running. He was auditioning for Nike.
For his
life. Anything, running for Nike. Boom,
like, who you taking? Who you taking? You taking Victor Timely or Forrest Gump in a race?
He's trained for Creed 6.
Bro.
I don't know.
I don't know. Forrest had good stride. His shit
Forrest had dedication. My boy was tunnel.
His shit was
tunnel vision. But if you put a wild, crazy chick behind you, I don't know. My boy was juking.
Yo,
like he was in the
straight up looked like homeboy from Get Out when he went out.
Day from next Friday.
Got at him and shit and hit the beeline.
Yo, I'll tell you what. He need to get in touch with Hertz and get that OJ contract and run through the airport like that.
Well, maybe hopefully the work that he's going to be getting is some commercials. Hopefully he gets some type of work because
you mean infomercials at 2 in the morning. No.
He's gonna be on for a half hour straight.
At 3 in the morning, we're doing this is what I call music. 11.
God.
Y'all remember them damn commercials? They used to be on like BET and shit like that, and it'd be like the soul compilation albums, and he'd be like,
"Love lift us up."
Can I hold that? He'd be like, "No, my brother, you got to get your own."
Where the eagles fly on a mountain.
No, my brother, you got to get your own. He gonna be on there.
That's a track. That's the track right there.
Seriously, like if we're thinking about it from those type of demands outside of the MCU, just him and as an actor with a well-paying job, that this motherfucker was registering hits. He was going to film festivals and people were just fucking in awe of his work.
Hot. Yeah,
he was hotter than fish grease.
Right.
Yep.
And yet, because of this. And now people done started researching his backstory. That shit is now stalled. But I told him before you got on, I was like, this does not mean the end. Like literally, we've seen actors take their something happened 10 years down the line. You see a role and there's a supporting role. It's like, yo, wasn't that Kang?
Listen. No better story than Robert Downey Jr.
That's what I said.
And literally just said that.
That's literally what I said.
This
motherfucker went to jail. He was in jail every week.
Shit. Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah. But
like, I'm old enough to know he was in jail every week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smiling in court. He was like, fuck it. And then 10, 15 years later down the line, Tony Stark is Robert Downey Jr. It was like, what? Isn't that the motherfucker who used to smoke crack?
Yeah. He's just gonna have to eat. He's just gonna have to eat it for a while. That's all.
Yeah,
but this should be a lesson.
Has the Will Smith effect right now. He has the Will Smith effect right now.
But worse.
Yeah.
Worse. Because Will wasn't canceled.
No. Yeah. I mean,
but he wasn't canceled.
He
People
wasn't.
wasn't
He
feeling
was
him
just
for a
on stage
second,
laughing at
but he wasn't
the
canceled.
on a Grammy
But
stage.
is Majors
You know,
officially
anniversary.
canceled though?
No,
Is he exactly?
Bro,
going to be Mickey Rourke for the next 3 years.
bro, he's
Man, we are-
he's canceled right now.
Man,
You know,
He's canceled right now.
that's
He's
why I
canceled
told
right
you.
now.
Look, if he got to be the Tom Hanks of Freebie, feel
All right.
free.
we got to move forward.
And look, that's a good point. That is a great point. Majors was fired because it only took but what maybe a half hour.
Yep.
So they came to the realization that he was guilty on misdemeanor charges, and it's a misdemeanor charge, which is up. I think in New York State law it was up to a year in prison or something like that. Ezra, Amber Heard, their movies came out and they did press for them shits.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that
Yes,
question?
you can.
'Cause
Go ahead.
I think I have a good
Go
point. So here's the difference.
Somebody got arrested.
Between I wasn't even gonna bring that up, but Ezra and Amber Heard, right? They were in. All right, Amber Heard was in technically she was in a good movie with Aquaman, right?
Yeah, this is $1 billion movie.
Yeah, so she was in a good movie. Ezra, I don't know how many good movies.
There was no good movies. No.
DC movies, right? But the thing is, Jonathan Majors is in the MCU.
Yes.
So
And he's in the Creed universe.
There's levels to this shit. So yeah,
Yep.
they can still get jobs and like that because at the end of the day, like Ezra and Amber Heard wasn't the main focus. Jonathan Majors was the main villain.
He was the second coming of Thanos
of the multiverse saga.
Yes,
he was the main villain of the MCU.
Yes,
he was the next Thanos.
Yes,
so yeah, he was put on a big giant platform on a pedestal, and now they be fucked up because he was that high on what basically he was on what you would call like the Lakers or the Yankees and shit like that. Like he was on the
like,
best team, best franchise in sports, right?
Yeah.
So now he's got to take that punishment.
What's up, Andre?
Is it fair?
Andre.
Is it what's up, Dre? We're still gonna do that that Godzilla Rocky.
No, we're not. Don't listen to him. Nope.
We're still in the Fast and the Furious. We're all gonna put
it.
But Majors, Jonathan Majors, he has to take the ass whooping because
he has to.
I'm not saying it's right, but he has to take it because he was in a position a lot of actors would love to be. Right?
And
he had multi-picture deal to be the main villain of the MCU. So he's going to take and Ezra and Amber, they can still get jobs because they wasn't on his level.
Yeah,
he skipped a lot of steps,
bro. He literally died probably at least 10 times in the MCU before he actually got fired.
Exactly.
9 of those times were Victor Tomley.
In the same episode.
Same episode.
Yeah, so
like if they were figuring out a way to get rid of him, that was definitely it, But the thing is, if you look at the conclusion of Loki, what we were talking about and literally you can look up this podcast episodes where we talked about the Loki season finale. They wrote in the fact to where the TVA does not put the book through the window. So that version of Kang or that version of He Who Remains does not exist. They also brought up the fact that basically Victor Timely is just in a void living in the TVA. He's probably even helping motherfuckers just gather up Kang variants by the dozens in order to just figure things out in order for a means for them to do so. They even talked about the fact that the Kang that basically got sucked into that void in Quantumania was contained, and that was it. So it was like if you figured out a way to actually just write off the character, it was there in plain sight.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you need a definitive ending to his arc in order to do so?
No, it's real simple. It's already the multiverse. Yeah. Like you can keep Kang. If I don't know how important Kang's going to be moving forward, but all you got to do is get
nothing at all.
So if they wanted to, you just switch the actor because you can get another variant, and the variant doesn't have to be the same.
And that's the thing. We learned that from Loki. It doesn't have to be a male. The gender can be different. Like Loki had a female variant.
Exactly. And
it could be a child.
He had a gator, had a black dude.
I had my own theories. I had my own theories. I said that Ironheart was a version of Kang. Because of her smart ass abilities and the fact that she, even if she mocked Iron Man, she was going to be a variant of Kang. That was my theory. There was also the theory that the High Evolutionary, since he was born on Earth in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, that he was actually a variant of Kang. Like,
that's not too far fetched.
Nothing's too far fetched. And the thing is, any of those people can conclude this shit and become the villain, the overall villain going forth. If Ironheart is basically a carbon copy of Iron Lad, and Iron Lad is a continuation of was it Nathaniel Richards and the character of Kang, you could obviously do that shit.
Yeah, there's many ways around it, but we know what we need, and we need Dr. Doom, and that's it.
Do we need him?
We need him.
We need him.
We need him. You know why we need him?
Because speak your mind. I see you up there.
Nah, I mean, I think it's just how do you segue into this again. I feel like there's all of this, all of this, but at the same time as well too. How can we do this if we're not getting Fantastic Four?
You are.
Track.
Who said you're not?
That's your segue.
Who said you're not?
But that's what I'm saying.
Who said you're not? Who said
right
you're
now,
not?
it ain't popping right now. You
Listen,
mean to tell me The Last of Us? Nothing's happening.
Listen, to get Doom. All right, look. Number one, everything's getting pushed back anyway, right? Everything's getting pushed back.
Yeah.
Are we really in a rush to go get into a big giant Avengers movie? No.
No.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
They're not doing it now.
And the MCU fan is.
Listen, we don't have to get in an Avengers movie right now because we don't even know who's on the motherfucking roster.
It's true.
You do not know.
You don't know who's on the Avengers roster. Like
one job, Jonathan.
We have time. We have time, and we can get Dr. Doom. We need Dr. Doom, bro. Because if you want to do like Secret Wars and shit, you need Dr. Doom because he was Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Doom
that's the thing. You have a Fantastic Four movie where you can introduce him, and you have Secret Wars coming up.
Just like we got some from
basically his movie
today.
That's his movie. It was
movie.
never supposed to be Kang.
Yeah. So
whatever you guys say.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm reading this because this is coming from our Party Nerds IG chat. It says, I know he can't and won't. Idris wouldn't have been as a menacing Kang villain with range and multiple variants. Idris?
He's Heimdall. I can't do it.
He lost me after.
How old is Idris?
Denzel.
How old is Idris now? Idris got to be about 51.
Yeah, he's up there. He's up there now.
Like the fact
it's not even the age.
That was the other thing with Jonathan. Jonathan was young. He might have just been 30.
Yeah, but it's them roids. Them roids got him in trouble. That was the problem.
It was exactly right when you saw
him roids, bro.
When you saw him beaten down on
Ant-Man.
I was in the movie theaters. I said, "Relax, relax. This is not Creed. This is not Creed." He kept beating on him. So it was the roids.
This is not Creed.
I kept yelling that in the movie theater. I was like, "It's not Creed."
This nigga's so...
And I got a second one right here.
Everyone is so quick to jump on Dr. Doom while totally forgetting Toad. He could use in a huge Avengers level event story arc. Toad?
Yo,
my man.
He's a comedian.
Are you stuck in the first X-Men, the Brian Singer way back there?
Toad, that's the main villain of the MCU. You know what? I would sign up for that. I don't even know why.
The last time I saw Toad, Storm was hitting him with a lightning bolt into the fucking Hudson River.
Oh nah. Last time I seen Toad, he had a food truck and he was handing out hot dogs and Dave's Pizza Pads.
That's right.
I felt like Toad needed a towel every single time. Just something like everything about you just looks sweaty.
I find it so crazy how he is a multiversal character and they won't recast him. Well, here's the thing with that. You don't have to recast him. You can literally just have the variant and have the variant come to the evolution of becoming Kang.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have it's not as necessary. Damn, my WhatsApp number is what? Yo, Kavita, what are we doing? You see that? All right, Kavita.
Hey,
look, keep that to yourself.
Hey. Hey,
That to you.
light skinned warrior. That's for you.
You
buddy.
are you giving out the number like that. We don't even know.
You in the cell. You in the he in the cell.
Oh, my bad, yo. I'm here though. I'm here, baby. I'm here. I'm here.
Dropping hints.
Look. Andre said Toad getting murdered by Halle Berry while saying one of the cheesiest lines ever.
Exactly.
All right, look, we cannot help what happened back in those days. I might. Whoa. Okay. What? Okay.
Listen. Listen. Party nerds.
We've hit new levels in this. Okay?
Good job,
I don't
Bob.
know what has happened lately.
Good job, Bob.
Good job, Bob. There's no good job, Bob.
It's Bob. It's Bob.
No, look. Hosden brought out another phone.
Oh yeah, I'm watching the game, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm watching the game.
Oh my God.
Watching the game. I'm here though.
But just even in this happening, it's kind of like, okay, if we go with it, and even just the Fantastic Four route, we have Doom, we have Galactus, we have Annihilus, all Fantastic Four rogue galleries, which are very big villains.
Yeah,
very big villains. It's like there's a how, and if they get the right writers behind it, there's obviously going to be a win.
You just said something about the writer. So then what happens to the one that just got signed on to write on for Kang Dynasty? What happens to him? Did his contract get changed?
Well, you know what happens to him? He goes back to writing Shang-Chi too.
Okay. Hey.
And I like Shang-Chi.
Word.
I would rather him keep his entire focus on Shang-Chi.
Yo, 100%. Making some Shang-Chi movies.
Straight facts.
But what's his name? The writer that just did Loki and who's doing Secret Wars, they actually put him as well to do Kang Dynasty. The director was supposed to be the guy from Shang-Chi, but the writer, they had him doing multiple projects. I'm sure that as soon as Jonathan Majors got fired, he was like, yes. oh, my pencils were like this big. He's probably running out of lead every 5 seconds. It was the end of his shit. But there's a ways to go about this. And the thing is, if we're talking about fan service, I mean, I know there's going to be a such thing as these cameos that are going to happen between Deadpool 3 and Blade, however they construct them whatsoever. But the thing is, if you're going to have the introduction of a big bad that everybody will resonate to, the one that stands out is Doom.
Yeah.
It is where it is. You can't put Galactus out there because he's not a threat that somebody has to fight face to face.
Yeah, nah.
Galactus stands in front of planets. Like, you got to look at his eyeball.
Or in a cloud.
Or a tornado. God damn it, Kavita. We don't want your number.
Oh,
my God. That's the second time now.
You gotta give her the effort.
Man, my God, Kavita.
but continue. Go ahead.
But at the end of the day, we're looking at it and we're saying to ourselves, okay, what if he's completely fired? But say, for instance, if there was a means and a way to include a variant in here, and we know that Kang is already sucked into the void, and we know that the continuance of all these characters is going to continue on for the next 6 to 10 years, for another 10 years. Who's to say that he doesn't climb out in year 10? The MCU is an evolving thing.
All right. So here's my thing, though. There's an infinite amount of Kang. So who
exactly?
So
but if this is the one that's tried to destroy all of them.
Yeah, but they wasn't quite. Yeah, but they also wasn't quite worried about him anymore.
Bruh, after he died,
they were worried about he who remained.
They were
really worried about They handled Kang the Conqueror. They handled him. Right. Like they sent him off to the
another void, like the quantum realm.
Yeah, like they handled him. So he wasn't the issue. He who remains was the issue. Now it's the TVA, I guess, it's hunting them down and
yes.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm glad you left it up. Can they slowly introduce Kang like they did Thanos? Then his backstory will be in Fantastic Four. Absolutely, they can.
They can
because of the
just
fact
push
that
these Avenger movies
they
back.
pushed everything back, so you can obviously put him in those movies. Any
Yeah.
of them. Post-credit scenes are a thing. Easter eggs
Yeah.
are a thing.
Exactly, and that was the build up to Infinity War. You get glimpses of Thanos. You get him in a couple post-credit scenes. You got him in Guardians for a few minutes, and then bang.
That was it.
That
Like,
was
and
it.
the thing is, how many lines did he have before he actually like stepped in front of somebody? He might have had 10 lines, if that.
Not even.
Yeah.
Not even.
I'm gonna do it myself.
He spoke some shit. He told
Ronan.
Ronan that he was gonna bathe the Starways with his blood, and that
Yeah.
was pretty much it.
That was it.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna do it myself. It might be two lines.
yeah.
This
He
man
didn't
said
say
2
much, bro.
lines in 8 movies until he finally showed up and squared off against somebody.
But look, and then he turned into one of the best
Oh man, when he came,
cinematic villains of
when
all
he
time.
finally showed up,
Great
Of all
memes.
time.
But
Great
don't the
memes.
fans want to see how Doctor Doom became Doctor Doom?
Well,
That's what I'm in
this
the
is-
same
this
boat,
is-
Jorge. Same
well,
boat.
the one thing you have to stand on is the fact that inside of Fantastic Four is the rivalry. That's where you're going to find out why he becomes Doctor Doom. It's a hate. He's a hater.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The one person he hates the most is Reed. And
and that's
he hates his guts.
Yeah.
So you have to come to find out that all the shit that because of the accolades, because the thing is, Victor Von Doom is smart as hell. He's just not smarter than Reed.
Right.
So it's like I'm like the second smartest person in the multiverse. And Reed is like 10 times more than me, but I know I'm really smart. Like I told you about that shit in Secret Wars, where basically, you know, when he got to Beyond His Powers, he was doing all this stuff. But the first thing Reed said was like, damn, he did all that and he didn't fix his face.
Oh,
I found that to be like the funniest thing ever. He's like, he did all this shit to the universe. He ain't fix his face.
One job.
Yeah, he hates Reed, hates his guts. So yes, I feel as though the only resounding fan service that you could possibly do is the introduction to Doctor Doom. I feel like that is it. Like I like all these street heroes and everything like that, and the fact that that new Echo series, I'm gonna be set.
Yep.
And
it looks to be dope. It looks to be dope.
All 5-6 episodes are gonna be on at one time.
Yep, just
I'm
binge it
all in one hit.
Just binge it. Yeah, just binge it.
First TVMA Disney Plus show. That's gonna be great.
It's dope.
Yep.
We didn't need it, but we might need it.
So I will say this: I'm gonna pray for Jonathan Majors, and hopefully I am the continuation. Absolutely. I hope because look. Let me tell you, we talked about early on in the show the pedestal that they were creating for this brother, because he could act his ass off.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad that he's not there anymore.
Thanks.
But I'm glad what we got with him, though.
I'm glad what we got with him, and I hope
with
for sure he gets the help that he needs and he's able to come back.
But I'm gonna leave y'all with one thing, though. It's unfortunate what happened with his situation and everything that's fucked up, right?
Yep.
All the way around, his involvement in it and whatever's happening to him because of it, right? But at the same time, cinematically, this might be this might be something that's great for us, because I think with Ant-Man, the last Ant-Man movie, it made Kang, like, if Ant-Man and the Wasp can beat Kang, then why are we even going through all that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we going through this shit, right? So we got what we got with the different variants of Kang. I appreciate it. I thought it was dope. But I also remember Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, yeah.
Kicking his ass.
Yeah.
So
he got beat up by ants.
So we can move on into this Doctor Doom shit.
Yes.
Right? And if they come out and say, hey, we're going to do the next Avengers movie in 2027, then so fucking be it.
Yep.
So fucking be it. Because we got the beautiful thing about why Infinity War and Endgame were so dope is because the lead up to it, right? The build up and everything. Like, yo, assemble these cats together, all pun intended. Assemble the cats together, right? Assemble them. I want to know who's on the main roster and then who else is going to help. But we're not going to know that, right? Unless we lead up. I think the multiverse saga was it got too big for Marvel. Like, it got too big for them because because of how infinite the multiverse is, the direction got diluted. So they're pulling from all these different properties and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and it just wasn't coming together correctly. And the quality of the films were being affected by it.
It's a correction,
right? So this is a blessing in disguise.
It could be
not for him, but for the rest of us, because now we can skip Kang Dynasty. We don't need it.
Right
now, we can go right into Secret Wars, but the right way.
But you got to do Fantastic Four first,
and we will.
Yep,
we will. And because of Deadpool,
and it's an Avengers movie.
Yeah, and because of Deadpool that's coming out, we'll get some X-Men characters, right?
Some, not all.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. We'll get some X-Men characters, right? So everything will come together. We'll have a Fantastic Four team. We'll have some old X-Men characters from other movies, but we'll have them.
Oh yeah,
those Secret Wars will be more complete.
It'll be the fan service that No Way Home had.
Exactly.
Cameo porn.
Yeah, 100%. So it's a blessing in disguise. We're moving forward in the right direction.
Literally was cameo porn. That's what No Way Home was. You know that.
Yeah.
Let's upload everybody who ever donned a costume. Yes, I
call it for real. Porn. I'm telling you. Listen.
Just had to get past it. Just
that's literally what it was.
Yeah.
And you know how I feel about it. I know it's your favorite movie and shit.
It was amazing. Don't you dare talk bad about that movie.
James, you think they'll bring Cyclops?
He wants to troll so bad.
Dude, I know, right? You see it. Look at him.
He wants to troll so bad.
Oozing.
It's okay to love a great movie, James.
Let things just prosper.
Just love it.
Like Fast and Furious.
Y'all gotta stop.
Oh, what if the multiverse? All right, so what if the multiverse?
No.
Let's do it.
The Fast and Furious universe.
Let's
do
it.
And we start pulling the Fast and the Furious characters. Right, Dre? The Fast and the Furious characters. Because Vin Diesel, these characters are super anyway. You see how many times they come back from death? Fly cars. The cars flies. They've been to space. Oh, man. I'm telling you.
Idris Elba.
They had superhumans. And Hobbs and Shaw. They had superhumans. Idris. We already have Idris. They have a super Heimdall.
What? On that note, we're going to pray for Jonathan Majors. Feel free.
Tyrese is a new variant?
Yeah.
What?
No.
Tell him, Bob.
Feel free to watch us here at the Party Nerds Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Don't listen to Bob Ross at this moment. Ben is not doing his damn thing on this show.
Go,
listen.
And we
that's the cleanest throw from a non-black individual you will ever see.
Oh,
ever.
Bob
hey, get Bob Ross out of here. We're out.
Tell him, Bob.
All right, guys.
Peace.